This episode is going to be all about dog agility training. So if you don't know what dog agility is, or if you came here looking for puppy training or dog training stuff, this isn't going to be the episode for you. We have lots of vlog episodes that are perfect for you, and I'll post a link to some of those episodes here above me. But if you came here looking for dog agility, then this is the right episode for you, coming right up.
So we just ran a course in class. I'm out of breath because it's really a lot of running. And we had a competition to see who could get through the furthest without making mistakes. I happened to be the wiener. So the winner gets to pick a punishment for the rest of the people that are training. So they have to go through a straight tunnel, quack like a duck, and then look like a donkey. So I hope you enjoy. Quacking! And then like a donkey. Where's your donkey? That was the best person ever. One of the ways that we like to prepare for big competitions is doing a lot of skill-based stuff up until a month or so before the competition, and then we start to work on coursework, and then right before the event we do like little stuff. So no coursework anymore, just little tiny things, reinforcing weaves, contacts, that type of thing. So right now we're in our coursework phase since the competition is at the end of the month. So what we are going to be doing is setting up courses that are from the various judges that we'll be competing under. Or making courses up that have similar themes or trends that we often see from some of these particular judges. So tonight we have a course from a judge named Judy Riley, who has really great courses. This particular one has tons of running in it, so you have to be in the right place at the right time, otherwise down it goes. So we're just going to give it a try, and hopefully we'll be prepared for the competition at the end of the week.
You look tired.
Yeah, I've already run it 4 times with Rod. Oh, that's a lot of running. How are my contacts?
I was watching through the camera, so it was hard to tell. We'll have to watch it after. They looked good.
I did an early release.
Yeah.
She was so good. She nailed that weave entry. That was excellent. So one of the skills that I train my dogs to do that I don't get to like show off very often or utilize very often is that they look forward at the first jump, even when I'm really, really far away. And this particular course requires you to lead out really, really far down the course, but you're side by side with the dog, and in agility they call that a lateral lead out. And it's really common for a dog, if they can spot their handler to the side of the obstacle instead of out in front of them, to miss the obstacles and run right to the handler. So in order to avoid that from happening, I always train my dogs to mark the first jump. So even if I'm far away, if I tell her mark and I sort of cue towards the first jump, she will stare right at the jump and she won't look at me, and then she just listens to my voice commands and doesn't worry about being able to see me. And I found that extremely helpful in this particular course because I could basically be all the way down. This run is almost 110 feet long. So I was doing probably about a 70-foot lead out, that's really helpful. That's 70 less feet that I have to run. One of the things I try to be really aware of is not overworking Funky. She is going to be 10 in like 4 or 5 days, actually. Her birthday's coming up. So she doesn't have the same stamina as she did when she was younger, and I want her to continue playing and being competitive for as long as I possibly can. So I'm really careful about the amount of repetitions that I do and about warming her up. And you can see she's really hot now, so before I put her away in the car, I walk her out, make sure she's watered, make sure she's basically not panting by the time I put her away so that her muscles don't get too tight. And she can wake up and do it all over again tomorrow. One of the things that we like to do along with course training is have smaller skills set up for people to practice while they're waiting their turn for the course, just so people feel like they have a lot to do while they're here. What we have today are 3 small, simple skills to, I cannot talk and tug at the same time. Out, out, sit. Good boy. We have 3 simple skills that we're going to work on. The first is proofing the entrance to the long jump. So there's lots of wrong ways that you can take the long jump. There is one right way to take the long jump. So we just work on a little shaping exercise to get the dogs guessing about how to do that, and then big rewards when they make the right choice, just so they learn to do it a bit more independent. On the wall jump, we're working on the dog's technique on jumping, especially if they have to take it from the backside and do some turning. A lot of dogs, because it's a big jump, often struggle with wrapping their body around more easily. And then over here with the straight tunnel and the wings, we have an extension to collection type exercise, and for a lot of the dogs, working on tunnel distractions or tunnel turns. So getting the dog to be able to blast out of the tunnel or turn tight out of a tunnel based on the cues that you give, and then also being able to bypass the tunnel, which for me, that's a really hard one because my dog really likes the tunnel, as I have mentioned in previous vlogs. So I'm gonna play around with some of the skills. I did the course with him earlier, and I just thought this would be a nice way to close out the night. Rad is the kind of dog that likes to go really fast, and sometimes if he has to make a sharp turn, he doesn't want to take the extra time to sit back in his rear end and take off, so he can be very powerful, and also he can square up and take the jump really nicely. So this is an exercise that I work on a lot to teach him to go to the back side of the jump, square up, and really lift with his hind end so he can be as powerful as possible. And I find that I have to practice this ever so often in order to keep him really sharp at it. And this is just a great little exercise I do. I'm jumping him about 4 inches lower than what he normally jumps, just to make it a little easier on the guy and to help him be successful. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Move. Yes. Okay. Yes. Good. Move. Yes. Beautiful. So he was so good there. I thought he was unsure about something, and I realized I never actually gave him permission to get the toy, so he didn't go for it. He's so kind, this dog. You always want him to do exactly what I want. Mwah. Just before I finish, I'm just gonna finish off by doing a couple figure eights on the wall jump here. So he's slicing across the jump. I just emphasize squaring up so much, but that's not the only way you take this jump. So I just wanna keep him balanced by also making sure that he turns really tight when I'm asking him to slice the jump as well. So I'll finish with that so he gets a little bit of both aspects of the training. So I just walked him out a little bit. Now I'm gonna stretch him out a little bit. We call these cookie stretches. So basically just lure his nose to various parts of his body to stretch his back out and his legs and whatnot. Yes, good boy. We don't really like to force the dogs to stretch, so I don't really lift his legs and stretch it myself. Just like, you know, a human, over here now. A human, you know, we can tell somebody when they're stretching our legs too far. Good boy, buddy. Dogs can't tell us that. So if you use food, they'll only stretch as far as they want to in order to get the food. It's sort of unusual for me to have the entire agility arena to myself late at night. Usually a lot of my co-coaches stay and train with me, but tonight a lot of them had to go home. So I took advantage of all this space and had some great training sessions with the dogs. I was happy with how Rad and Funky ran, and I even snuck a little something in there with the puppy as well. Classes went well. I'm really lucky that I have such good sports in my students. They they make them do some ridiculous things sometimes, and they are always up for it and just have so much fun with it. So, you know, it makes teaching classes a lot of fun. And I mean, on top of all the funny stuff, the dogs did exceptionally well tonight, and I'm starting to feel a lot more prepared for the competition at the end of the month. So, at the end of the night, we're all going home tired and happy. Hey, Rara?
I think Rad looks pretty tired out, and I think Kayl and Rad had a pretty great training session. Wouldn't you say?
I am also tired out. Very, very happy.
Understandably. It was pretty funny to see Kayl's agility students doing having that punishment. It's so much fun to like have goofy things like that in the classes.
This is all Angela's doing, though. She is the instigator when it comes to these types of things.
Well, it's so nice that like the students are willing to do stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. They like the sense of competition. It makes everybody take class, which can sometimes be not as serious as far as the mental side of things go, and just put something stupid on the line. It doesn't even need to be like, I didn't even win a prize. I just got to like laugh at everybody else.
Yeah.
But that was enough for me to like get my mind in like the right mode in order to like compete well. So whatever floats your boat.
Most importantly, if Kayl had lost, then, or whoever, if she was one of the losers,
I would have been one of the best donkeys out there.
I know. There's a lot of jokes there that I'm not going to go to because in moments I have to head home with her. But we want to wish you guys happy training. If this is your first time with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. But
if you want to see more agility videos, hit the thumbs up button.
Yeah. We have a mix of puppy training, dog training, all different, and just everyday average indoor stuff with your dog and outdoor stuff with your dog, of course, too. So let us know what you think in the comments below. But most importantly, we want to help you guys do something awesome with your dog today. So happy training. Bye for now.